The Williamsburg Regional Library, which serves residents of Williamsburg, James City County, and York County, has released its monthly statistical report for September 2025. The data paints a picture of steady overall performance and gradual shifts in how people are using library services. Digital borrowing, Wi-Fi use, and meeting room activity continue to rise, while traditional measures like physical circulation and in-person visits have dipped slightly compared to the same time last year. Mobile app activity was up nearly 20%, and overall web and app usage remained stable year over year. These figures don't yet include users of its brand new online catalog and mobile app, which launched earlier this month. The updated system introduces a cleaner, mobile-friendly design, personalized reading recommendations, and faster, easier access to books, audiobooks, and other resources. Library staff say the goal is to make borrowing and browsing more efficient and enjoyable for everyone. Circulation numbers show a modest year-over-year change. Total circulation for September reached just over 99,000 items, a small 1.4% decrease from 2024. But within that total, digital borrowing climbed 7.2% to 27,396 items. So far this fiscal year, library patrons have borrowed more than 324,000 items in all, with digital materials making up about 1/4 of that total. Physical circulation continues to make up the bulk of use, but shows a downward trend, with 72,159 items checked out in September, a 4% drop from last year. The library's total collection now includes about 260,000 items, with print holding steady and slight reductions seen in some non-print and digital categories. The number of active cardholders stands at 51,493, down about 1.7% from a year ago. Staff handled more than 9,500 patron questions in September, a decrease of about 5%, suggesting a gradual shift in how people seek information, possibly turning more often to the upgraded online system. When it comes to in-person use, programming and facility activity remained consistent with last year's numbers. Library programs drew 5,543 attendees in September, virtually unchanged from 2024. Virtual programs, however, saw an increase, reflecting ongoing interest in remote participation. Meeting room reservations jumped sharply, up 23.5% year over year, with the Stryker Center seeing the most growth. These spaces continue to be a popular resource for community groups, classes, and events. Public computer sessions declined by about 8%, but Wi-Fi use grew nearly 6%, especially at the James City County Library branch. That trend suggests more patrons are bringing their own laptops, tablets, and phones, using the library as a connected workspace rather than relying solely on desktop stations. Altogether, these patterns point to a community that remains deeply engaged with the library, even as habits evolve. People are still attending programs, reserving meeting rooms, and using library spaces for connection and collaboration. But they're also leaning more heavily on digital tools and personal devices to access information and entertainment. System-wide, the library logged 35,730 in-person visits in September, a decrease of about 12% compared to last year. Interestingly, the James City County Library actually recorded a slight increase in visits, offsetting declines at other locations. The takeaway? The Williamsburg Regional Library continues to adapt to the changing needs of its patrons. While fewer people may be checking out physical books or visiting in person, engagement through digital platforms and shared spaces remains strong. As the new online catalog and mobile app gain traction in the months ahead, WRL expects to see continued growth in digital borrowing and online interaction, proof that even as the ways people read and connect evolve, the library's role as a community hub remains as important as ever.